Hello, YouTubies. How are you? It's Marie here. So, the last video I made, um, I just wanted to say that it was more or less done to educate. It wasn't done like to go after anybody or anything like that. It was to right a wrong or try to help people to understand about the saints in the Catholic Church and how we're to address it. Um, and it stemmed from something that had happened that someone had said from another video. Let me put my hair back real quick. Um, okay, I got two responses from someone, and I thought I would read them and answer the comments that this person had left. I'm not going to say the person's name. I'm assuming it's a woman. Um, but this is the kind of stuff that I get. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised because whenever you stick up for the faith or you mention anything that has to do with Jesus, you're going to get attacked, especially if it's something they may not understand or they don't hear or they don't know anything about. So I'm going to go through this, what she wrote, and I'm going to kind of explain for the umpteenth time what is going on. So bear with me. Just bear with me, okay? So this is what she wrote. She sent me two comments. One I didn't see, and then it just popped up out of nowhere. And then the second one I saw, but I didn't understand that one until I saw the first one. So I don't know how the first one popped up, but it did. It was rather lengthy. So I'm going to go ahead and read it, and then I'm going to respond to what she said. So she said, this is her response as far as what I commented about Lori, okay? She never mentioned you or your channel in her video. You are unfairly assuming and then attacking her publicly. It could have been someone she knows at work for all we know. I personally don't think she was referring to Catholic praying to dead saints, hailing Mary umpteen times when you want forgiveness instead of asking the living Jesus one time. But this is my uneducated Catholic opinion. I don't know exactly what she was relaying. She's a baby Christian and she's learning and God is working with her. The Bible even says to be careful with his little ones. Let God continue to teach and lead her gently and patiently. She has had a hard life and it's taken all this time for him to reach her. Please turn the other cheek and let go of your aggression that is expressed in this video. Forgive me, but you come across to me as a stale, grumpy veteran full of doom and gloom towards someone who has just gifted life everlasting. Of course, she is going to want her husband to experience and have what she has been given. She's excited, she's new, she's been forgiven, she's happy, she's learning. And don't let Satan blow it out. I'm going to let it shine. If ever there was a time not to discourage or attack Lori, now is that time. Be ye kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another. Okay, so I'm going to go to the first part of the video. First part. First of all, this woman knows nothing about the background of Lori and myself. Lori and I were really good friends. I would text her. We would talk to each other through text, or I would buy her handbags, you know, um, and we got along. The problem came when she made a video. It was a rant video. It was a really nasty rant video. It just came out of the blue. She complained about uh, everything you can think of. And one of the complaints was the Bible, and she had said that it was man-made. Now, the other thing that she revealed a lot of personal information about herself. And some of it was very damaging. It was about herself. It was about her husband. It was about a lot of things. And out of deep respect for her, I'm not going to repeat that. And some of you who watched it know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to repeat some of the things she said. Now, some of it was shocking. Some of it was so personal that maybe she shouldn't have revealed it. it took me a while to figure out what was going on. So I really said something mostly to the effect of the Bible. Uh, Before that, she had been trying to find Christ. She had been talking about churches, and she had actually asked for, recommendations or ideas. And I had mentioned, hey, have you tried the Catholic Church? I'd just go in, listen to Mass, or just go visit one. And she said, yeah, I've done that already. And that was the end of it. Okay. There was nothing in it where we went at each other. It came after with the thing with the Bible. And then I don't know what happened. Something happened. She took it wrong or something. And then um, she wrote something. I wrote something. I wrote something. She wrote something. And then other people jumped in. And that's where a lot of the problem came. A lot of her people jumped in and started coming after me. And there was a couple other people that they went after too. And they were basically, like me, defending the Bible. Now, I didn't say or bring up any of the other things that she had brought up. And the problem was that she deleted that video. So I couldn't really defend myself. So I had taken some of that video before she had deleted it and used it on a response video. And you can do that on YouTube under the Fair Use Act. I didn't use all of her video. It was some of it. And I think she got upset and said, I'm going to report you and this and that. And your video's going to be removed. But the video was never removed. YouTube never contacted me. But anyway, I went ahead and removed it. Because I felt like it was a really stupid thing. It was more like a cat fight, but I think what made it worse was that people fed on it and they sided with each other and they fed off of her and she fed off their sympathies. And she got a lot of subscribers. I, on the other hand, lost a lot of subscribers. A lot of people who subscribed to both of us came to me. All they had to do was leave. Say, I'm not subscribing to you. You're mean to Lori. You're being mean to her. You're being da-da-da-da. That's not the case. That's not what happened. This present video, and I actually took snippets of it, especially the one where she talks about me. She is talking about me. So this person has no idea what she's talking about. When she says things like, oh, you're attacking her publicly, it could have been someone she knows at work. She didn't say that. She said your YouTube buddies. She did say it was somebody at work. She said YouTube buddies. So I'm like, okay. So this is someone who knows nothing. But sticking her nose into business, she has nothing, no reason to stick her nose in. She was talking specifically about me and other people because she said she raised it herself that it was about the Bible. I don't know if many of you know what she's talking about, who have followed her over the years. Now, I followed Lori over the years, a long time, when she had her dog and her cat, and then she got the new dog, and I followed her for a long, long time. We were like one of the older people that got on YouTube when YouTube first started out. That's how long I've known this woman, okay? But I didn't know her enough, and the things she said on that video were just not only shocking, but I thought just too personal, and I'm not going to say the things that she said, although they're still in my mind. I'm not that type of person, and then she accused me on the video of sending people, my subscribers, after her, and we were mocking her. That's not what happened. I didn't mock her at all. Okay? But everyone takes her word for it, and they're all, like this response, they're siding with her, and that's okay. The other thing that this woman wrote was, I personally think she was referring to Catholics praying to dead saints, hailing Mary umpteen times when you want forgiveness instead of asking the living Jesus one time. This is my uneducated Catholic opinion. So this woman is not only Catholic, she's uneducated. So right then and right there, she should be learning her faith rather than butting into my conversation. Okay? Yeah, she was referring to the saints, but she was referring to them on the point that we worship them. She didn't say anything about talking to dead saints. She said we worship. Her exact words were, sorry, I don't worship saints. She didn't say anything, I'm sorry, I don't talk to dead saints. That's not what she said, okay? Now, because Lori deleted that video, people don't know exactly what she said. But me in my right mind, knowing how she is, if you say anything wrong or say anything she doesn't like, poof, the video is gone. So I had the wherewithal that when I watched it, I went back and captured some of the ones, especially the ones that were of importance to me, to be able to back up. Now I can go ahead and put those in and do another video and embarrass the hell out of her, but I'm not going to do that, okay? The other thing she said was, I don't know exactly what she was relaying. So you don't even know what she was talking about. You just say that. You have no idea what she was talking about. She's a baby Christian. She's learning, and God is working with her. The Bible says to be careful with his little ones. Okay, well, let's go back. Lori has been a Christian for a long time. In a lot of her videos, she has a little statue of Jesus when he's raising his hands. And she talks about the Bible, and she talks about being a Christian. She talks about being a Celtic Christian. She talks about being all these different types of Christians, that she believes in God and the crucifix and all this other stuff. So it's not like all of a sudden Jesus just fell into her lap. For as long as I can remember, she has talked about Christianity, and she even has a rosary. When she did her thing and showing all of her different jewelry and purging her jewelry, it blew me away. She pulled out a rosary. And there was a period of time when she was even making prayer beads, and I think she was sending them out. I think she sent a couple to some of her other subscribers, and I think Leanne was one of them. So she knew back then that she had an affection toward Jesus. So it's not like out of the blue, like, oh, gee, I'm born again. No. She just came upon and started thinking about, okay, maybe I'm going to turn myself to God and Jesus, okay? And that's fine. I had no problem with that. I'm happy for her. And then she says, be careful with his little ones. Well, that's not what Jesus is talking about. Okay, so go educate yourself. And then she writes, let God continue to teach, lead her gently and patiently. She has had a hard life and it's taken all this time for him to reach her. Hard life doing what? What hard life did she have? Tell me. Tell me what hard life she's had. She works. She's had a life where she worked different jobs. She was security. She worked with stars. She worked in production. She worked with all these Hollywood things. She did stories about her and Halloween and all this other stuff. What hard life did this woman have? She raised horses. I mean, this woman, to me, being from California and her from California, it seemed like she had a relatively good life. I don't see any hardness. She never complained of having a hard life. There you go again, talking about something you know nothing about. This woman has worked all her life, and I applaud her for that, but she's done things and lived things that she always wanted to do. The only thing she didn't do was become a professional harpist, which is something she did, but she wanted to do, but she was too filled with anxiety to do that. You know, and I applaud her. She knows a lot about her horses. I mean, she shared a lot of that. If you followed her through the years, you would know a lot of things about her. And you can tell I followed her because I know a lot of things about her, okay? She has been married to her husband for a very long, long time. They live in a trailer park. I mean, she works at night. She's got a different position in her job. I'm happy for her. So don't sit here and tell me she had a hard life. I've been homeless twice, so don't tell me about having a hard life, okay? It had nothing to do with that, though. She has had a hard life, and it's time. Please turn the other cheek and let go of your aggression. That is expressed in this video. Okay. I'm not being aggressive. I'm correcting something, and this person has taken it out of context. Okay, so this is what she says about me. Okay. forgive me, you know they're going to come at you when they say this. You know they're going to say something nasty about you because they got to do something. They got to stick you somewhere, right? They got to get that pen out and say, oh, we're going to do this, okay. So she says, forgive me, but you come across to me as a stale, grumpy veteran full of doom and gloom towards someone who has just gifted life everlasting. What does stale, grumpy veteran full of doom and gloom mean? I've never heard that term before. And what does stale mean? I'm defending my faith. I'm defending my faith from someone who made a comment that wasn't true. I'm correcting somebody. That's a spiritual work of mercy. Educating somebody on my faith. Who's someone who doesn't know one thing about Catholicism. Okay? Who was gifted life everlasting. Of course, she's going to want her husband to experience and have what she has been given. She's excited, she's new, she's been forgiven, she's happy, she's learning. Okay, but that's been going on for a long time. It's just not something that happened overnight. I mean, she's been, like I said, been doing her Christianity stuff for a long time. It's just now, I think she just went to that extreme and got rid of a lot of stuff. And, okay. Don't let Satan blow it out. I'm going to let it shine. If ever there was time not to discourage or attack, Lori, now is that time. Be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another. Okay. I have no idea what this woman is talking about, but apparently she hasn't followed her as long as I have. Lori has a tendency. I love the woman. I've tried on several occasions to tell her I'm sorry for what. I don't know, but I've tried. And several times when we've had falling out, she's even apologized to me. In fact, I even have a letter from her. I should probably look for it and dig it out and show you the letter she wrote me. I mean, you know, I'm sad that I'm not friends with her, but maybe there's a good reason why I'm not, because she was into that cult stuff and all that stuff and getting rid of bad spirits and things like that. And to me, that's not Catholic. You tend to stay away from things like that. In fact, you're warned to stay away from stuff like that. Because it's kind of a cult thing. You don't deal with stuff like that, and rocks and powers and things like that. You stay away from things like that. The only power comes from God. That's it. So then this woman decides she's going to write me again. And I'm thinking she's assuming, under the assumption that I didn't see the first long comment, okay? She says, Marie, I really enjoy watching you. I think you're a good person with a tender heart that has been broken and abused. How do you know? How do you know? I really look forward to meeting you in heaven one day. I also enjoy watching Lori too, which is why I left my long comment. Just wish there could be peace. Well, butt out. How about that? Just butt out. Don't make any comments. I don't need your comments, okay? See? I don't need any comments. I don't need any help from you. Okay? Like I said, we had a falling out. Bygones be God, bygones. Like I said, she opened the door. She was the one who said something. She was the one that said something about Catholicism. And she may have done it on purpose, knowing that I might be watching or somebody might be watching and say something like, no, that's not true. But I don't know what hurts me more, is her making the comment or all those Catholics out there that said nothing. Not one of you who were Catholic said nothing. Nothing. I can't believe that I'm watching this. Not one person said, no, Lori, that's not true. There was only one other person that said it. One other person. And I applaud her for that. And like I said, she was a little nicer than I was. And she explained what veneration is. I didn't hear anything from anybody else. Shame on all you Catholics out there who say you're Catholic and you say nothing. Okay? Remember Jesus' warning when he said, many of you will say, Lord, Lord, all this, and he's going to say, I don't know you. Being Catholic requires going that extra mile. And yeah, you're going to face a lot of people who aren't going to like you. I've already lost subscribers. How many people left Jesus when he talked about himself being that people need to have him, that they need to receive him, they need to eat his body and drink his blood? 70 of his disciples walked away. When Peter and John were going through and talking about Jesus after his resurrection, they were persecuted. In fact, John talks about him being sent to an island. Peter was martyred. I'm not saying this, I'm not attacking her. What she really did, and I should probably thank her, is that she gave me an opportunity to say something, to defend something that I love. And I share that because I love God, I love Jesus, I love my Catholic faith, I love the church. If you love something, you're going to protect it, you're going to defend it. I didn't see any of that. Nothing. People will defend a dog quicker than they'll defend their faith. People will defend a famous person quicker than they'll defend Christ. That should make you all that are Catholic, that should make you all feel ashamed. You should be hanging your heads down. We're going through so much hardship right now. And some woman makes a comment about us worshiping saints. And except for one other person, nobody else said anything. You know why? Because you're all scared. The disciples were scared too. But they prayed for courage. That's what grace is. That's what makes the saints the saints. They asked for the grace to have the courage to stand up for something that's true and right. And I didn't see any of that at all. And that's what hurts me the most. So this person that wrote to me, she knows absolutely nothing about what she wrote. And when I'm done with this video, I'm going to block her because I don't care to hear from her. Only because she was another person running out at the mouth, didn't know what the heck she was saying. I still like Lori. I pray for her. I want her to be successful. I just won't be watching her videos anymore. But, and YouTube, I like doing videos and I love shopping, I like thrifting. It's still my favorite thing. I like getting handbags, and I'm going to actually have a haul video. But there's a part of me that loves my faith too. And I've defended it. And I don't see anything wrong with it. I wasn't being mean to her. She called me out on something, I answered. I wasn't rude about it. I'm just like, okay, this is what happened, and and she was talking about me. She wasn't talking about anybody at work. She said, you two buddies. She said, they're no longer my friends. And I had said, well, what happened to forgiveness? If you're a Christian, it doesn't mean you have to like me. At least you can say, Maria, I accept your apology. And I have tried over and over the years, last 4 years. Rory, I'm sorry. Not once did she acknowledge me. Not once did she say, okay. In fact, when I texted her one time and tried to talk to her and told her I was sorry, her response was, and I quote, "Is this Catholic Marie?" She called me Catholic Marie. And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Don't bother me." Okay. So I left her alone. And I didn't say anything. So when I saw this video, I'm like, okay, you just opened the door again. But out of deep respect for her, I'm not going to bring up all the other stuff that she said, because she said a lot of horrible things about herself, about her husband, about a whole lot of other things. You know, that's her life. But like I said, I wish her the best. And I didn't send anybody after her. And already I've had one person from her crew coming at me. So, you know, it is what it is. But I know that in my heart, I did the right thing. It wasn't to blast her, but I used it as a teachable moment. And because my background is in education, I took the opportunity to do something positive and teach something about how the church views the saints. And we do not worship them. We are forbidden to worship them. Okay? We're not the only one. The first commandment is to love God with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength. Everything we do, we think, we act, whatever, should be God-oriented, Christ-oriented. And I use this time in the moment to teach, to correct somebody. There's nothing wrong with correcting somebody. I think, who was it? Paul said it's okay to correct. You know. So anyway, that's it on that. And like I said, if you have any questions or anything about the faith, I'll be happy to do that. I'll look for it or something. I may go in and start pulling out some things from the catechism. I don't know yet. But I just needed to say this. I'm not going to bring up this matter with Lori anymore. I'm going to move on. And I do have a haul video coming up. I was able to go to the Dollar Tree, $1.25 tree, $1.25 tree, whatever you want to call it. And I got me some things there. So it's not very often I get to go there, but it's real fun. And anyway, I will talk to you all soon. And you all have a good one, okay? And God bless you all. Bye.